Today I have yet another gaming laptop with me, and this is the Asus TUF Dash F15, and this is kind of like an ultra portable gaming laptop which is aimed at gaming as well as productivity. Keep watching to know more. Hello everyone, Aman here for Mr. Phone, and before we begin, like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon so that you're notified whenever we post a brand new video. Okay, in terms of specifications, my unit of the TUF Dash F15 features a 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display that covers 100% of sRGB color space. It comes with Intel Core i7-11370H processor, which has 4 cores and 8 threads. Would have loved to see the full-blown 11700 series i7 chip with 8 cores and 16 threads, but to make the laptop slim and to keep the thermals in check, this is the trade-off. There's 3200 MHz 16GB RAM in which 8GB is soldered, while the other you can swap and put another 16GB to make it a total of 24GB. In terms of storage, my unit has a 1TB SSD, and you also get an extra SSD slot just in case you want to expand the storage. Finally, the GPU here is the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070. It has 8GB of VRAM and 80W TGP, which is 20W less than the RTX 3060 on the Helios 300 I recently tested. So I really wanted to see the 3070's performance, and yeah, you also get 5W boost. Now, before the performance and gaming bit, let's talk about the design and build. And in short, I love the design, guys. As a matter of fact, there's a white color option that I wish Asus would have sent me. But speaking of what I have, this grey finish also looks dope. The top lid is metal and this laptop meets military grade standards, so knocks and bumps shouldn't be an issue. Besides, the TUF Dash F15 is about 20mm thick and weighs 2 kilograms, which are great numbers for a gaming laptop. Now open the lid, and I love the material Asus has used on the deck. This is a soft touch finish which is so satisfying when you put your hands on it. The palm rest area is decent. The trackpad is a little small for my liking, but otherwise it was smooth and I did not have any accuracy issues. The TUF Dash F15 features a chiclet keyboard which provides an excellent typing experience if that's what you fancy. The keys are well spaced, they are backlit, the travel is good, and overall you get amazing tactile feedback. As for the display quality, while Asus claims it covers 100% of the sRGB color space, in terms of color reproduction, I would say the Helios 300 that I had was slightly better than this one right here. See, in terms of brightness, you get up to 350 nits, which is more than enough, plus viewing angles are also decent. It's just that colors don't seem to look as accurate enough, and especially the blacks are not as deep as they should be. Moving on, the bezels are thin, which gets full marks, but then you don't have a webcam. That's a con in my books. I mean, how much do those 720p webcams add to the whole setup? In terms of ports, the TUF Dash F15 is well equipped. On the right, you get a Kensington port along with 2 USB-A ports. On the left is the charging port, an Ethernet port, an HDMI port, a third USB-A port, and a USB Type-C port that also doubles up as a charging port. There are enough vents on the machine for airflow. I'll touch upon the thermal performance in a bit, and this machine also gets 2 speakers placed at the bottom, and while they're not the loudest, they sound decent. Of course, they're much louder than the speakers of the Helios 300 which I recently tested, but the positioning could have been top firing on either side. Maybe that would have been better. In terms of battery life, well, that's great. Why I say that? Because this is positioned as a gaming laptop, and gaming laptops are usually not known for delivering good battery life, but the 76Wh battery here should last you around 6 hours on power at about 50% brightness, which is decent for this kind of a machine. Okay, now that we have talked about the design, display, battery life, ports and all that jazz, let's talk about the performance, shall we? Starting off with something that's not very demanding, the very popular Valorant, and you can just see the numbers on your screens right now. I was easily hitting up to 130 FPS, sometimes even crossing that bar. You can say while playing Valorant, the FPS mostly ranged in the realm of 110 to 130, and besides this, of course, there was not a single hint of lag or frame drop or any other performance issue. So next, let's get serious and check out control. So Control, as we all know, is one of the best games to implement ray tracing, and while I had my doubts that this game might show a drop in performance, to my surprise, with ray tracing set to high and DLSS turned on, the TUF F15 was able to hold it around 60 FPS constantly, with sometimes even going as high as 65 or 70 FPS. And overall, things were very smooth, no performance issues at all. However, in terms of thermal management, that is average. As you can see, the CPU and GPU temperatures in the range of 80 degrees, which is not bad because I have seen many gaming laptops running beyond 90 degrees as well, but at 80 degrees on high performance mode, thermal management is okay. I won't say it is great. And yeah, you can even squeeze out much better FPS, say around 90 to 110 FPS if you turn off ray tracing. But then again, the good part is that even after playing for long sessions, the thermals never impacted the overall performance of the laptop, which I wasn't expecting, and this is absolutely great. So right now, this is Forza Horizon 4, and for some reason the benchmark app did not overlay up top. And I know the in-game FPS meter won't be visible to you guys, which is in the top right of my laptop's screen. But what you can see for yourselves is that how smoothly the game is running. And by the way, I was getting about 80 to 90 FPS on Forza Horizon 4 at the ultra graphics settings. Next up, I also tried my hand on Battlefield, and to be honest, I've never played Battlefield like ever in my life. So Battlefield fans, I am so sorry for playing like a noob. I was just getting started and I will get better with time, I promise. But anyway, in terms of performance, once again, the machine was able to render the graphics beautifully. The dynamic range looked excellent. In terms of FPS, I was constantly getting around 70 to 80 FPS with the CPU and GPU usage in the realm of 60 to 70%, which is again fine. Finally, let's take a look at GTA 5, and this is the game that I played the most while testing this machine, and not just for review purposes. I actually love GTA 5, and this is one title which never gets old in my opinion. Once again, I was getting solid performance through and through with the graphics set to ultra on full HD resolution, and the FPS that I got was in the range of 70 to 80 FPS constant, which is absolutely fine. In a nutshell, the Asus TUF Dash F15 is an amazing laptop that should fulfill all your gaming needs, and while I loved the design and build from the get-go, I was a bit skeptical in the start about the 11370H processor and the 80-watt RTX 3070, but looking at the real-life results, I can easily say that this laptop was able to handle any sort of load that I threw at it. Also, as a productivity machine, I think it is a great laptop. So if you enjoy watching movies, or you like to type a lot, or you need a good work laptop that has the performance chops but isn't very heavy, the TUF Dash F15 would not disappoint you. However, the only con on this laptop, as I said earlier, is the lack of a webcam, which should have been here, but otherwise an easy 8.5 on 10 recommendation. And that was my review of the Asus TUF Dash F15. So guys, what are your thoughts about this machine? Let me know everything in the comments below. As always, for all the latest in tech, stay tuned to Mr. Phone. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.